Okay, go.
Hello and welcome to what is the final episode of this series of Yeti on location back in, well, on my Yeti hunt. As you would have seen last episode, we finally met the wonderful Yeti, and well, it was quite an emotional time. But before I go back to England, I did have to come back to Topanga Canyon just one last time. So this episode is going to be set in Topanga Canyon. I'm going to read you some poems and silliness and, you know, just the usual stuff, because, well, you never know. You never know when I'm going to come back here. So anyway, let's get going. Let's get started. Hello. We're in a place called Topanga Canyon, which is a place where some Yetis might live. But we've met Yetis now, so we don't necessarily looking for Yetis this time. We are looking for the lesser spotted thing, and it is well known because it cannot keep its accent when it speaks, so I know a lot about that. I associate myself with it. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, so we might find it or not. Should be turning up in a minute to take a photo. Did you hear this is the last episode? It's been a very good season, I think. All those trips we've...
It's the end of the series, really.
Yeah, all the adventures we had. Went to Portland and...
We didn't lose any cast members?
No. And Yeti X, he was very nice. Wow.
There were no mutinies over budget
No.
or salary?
No, we just killed them. We didn't really. Yeah, it was very good, I thought. Huh. You should come to England and make another series with me.
Oh, I don't fancy it.
Oh, okay. You're very good.
Oh, thank you. Well, England, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you know...
I hear you don't have ranch dressing there.
Ranch dressing? No, we can make some. We can farmyard dressing.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I can be bothered waiting for a camera, for a photo. Who wants to see another picture of us?
Well, there's a shortage of them, you know.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've heard that.
I'm going to release a calendar, I think.
Shine one into the eye. 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 Shine one.
This is a new piece called Invite a Yeti Round for Tea. Invite a Yeti round for tea, well then I really ought to warn you. They're not the bestest guests and they will very often scorn you. They will criticise your curtains, flick the peas across the table, watch them growl the national anthem just as loud as they are able. They will turn their noses up at any vegetables you're cooking. They will make a pass at granny when they think that no one's looking. As they blunder round your kitchen, 8 foot tall and rather burly, you'll not keep the carpets clean nor send them home, it's far too early. Invite a Yeti round for tea, well it will be at your tragic loss, because they will not bring a gift, because they do not give a toss, because they threaten to be trouble and your chandeliers are shaking. They're oh so terrible at giving and yet excel when comes to taking. Molting fur around your lounge, oh a tornado would be cheaper. A decent cleaner costs a lot, you'll need a heavy duty sweeper. Yet he eat you out of house and home, they really cost a flippin' packet with their flatulent announcements. Make such a burping, belching racket. Invite a Yeti round for tea, well you do so at your error. They will turn your toupee white and fill your bank account with terror. You may berate that your local yobbo for antisocial ways of living, but after time spent with a Yeti, you may be rather more forgiving. You might prefer a hooligan with all his noisy, rampant boozing than a Yeti on the loose, for it's your sanity you're losing. as they oaf about the place. No, you will not find them entrancing. They'll leave depressions in your patio when they start their Yeti dancing. Invite a Yeti round for tea, while you do so at your peril. They can be undignified, they can be absolutely feral. It's quite a shock when first it happens. You might need a quick lie down, but I suggest you just relax and don your finest evening gown. Yes indeed, for I'd advise that you embrace their clumsy action. And over time maybe you'll find a certain furry-assed attraction. It's just no fun to watch them play their scoffing cake with all the bears. You need to join their crumb-drenched chaos. Yes, then get invited round to theirs. Whilst I am up here in Topanga Canyon with my constantly changing accent, I thought I would discuss with you some of the local residents who live up here on the canyon. One of them is a bear. This is a bear. You may have seen this one before because he has been on this show before. Yes, his name is Sydney. And yeah, he is, this is Sydney. Yeah, I think I take the glasses off now. Yes, this is Sydney, one of the many inhabitants of Topanga Canyon. And here is another one, a hippo. Yes, there are hippos on Topanga Canyon. You did not know that, did you? No, this is Harold. He lives here. He wasn't dropped in by plane or anything. So yeah, just two of the natural inhabitants of Topanga Canyon, a bear and a hippo. Yes. Yeah. Oh. They have pterodactyls here too, apparently. It's an amazing place. And they have pterodactyls, bears, hippos, and Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria also lives here. It's an amazing place. You see them in their natural habitats. Yes, bears, hippos, pterodactyls, and dead members of the royal family. This is my new book, Funeral for a Shoe. To celebrate the arrival of the new book, I'm going to do a Yeti dance. Oh yes. Piddle! Hello. At this stage in the day I have totally given up because I cannot remember the accent that I did earlier at all. It's such a trouble. It often happens with mad scientists. Well, I could have spoken like this, but I didn't. But you know, now we found the Yeti, there's nothing more for me to do really but to speak like this, maybe. No, you see, it doesn't suit me. That does not speak to me. I do not know what to say. Huh? That is not right. Ha ha. Yes, I am a mad scientist. You see, it just doesn't really, you know. So I'm just going to give up and read another poem, I think. This is called Them Vampires, Such Charmers. Them vampires, such charmers, they've a way with their words. They've a way with the charm with the gents and the birds. See them in their best suits whilst they put on a show. They'll be reading your mind, so they seem in the know. Think I'm making this up. This ain't one of my rants. It's a cheap trick, I declare, to get into your pants. Or they'll spin you a line and infer they are choosy, but they do it to you in each sad two-bit floozy. Them vampires, such charmers, they've a good deal of style, with meticulous minds and a hypnotic smile. So please lock up your loved ones so they don't come to grief. They've a wandering eye and sharp razor-like teeth. They'll do all that they can to stop millionaires' tickers, and then squander their money to get into your knickers. Or they'll lure you to bed and outrageously flirt, but the place where you'll rest is deep down in the dirt. Them vampires, such charmers, they've a strange attitude. One minute they're nice and the next in a mood. In a second they'll snap and your name will be mud. Is it just that they're grumpy, or do they still crave your blood? Just be careful, that's all, and keep hold of your steak. Don't go taking a nap, no, keep right wide awake. Don't believe their endearments when they ask for a peck. Remember, it's not a kiss that they want, just a drink from your neck. I would just like to say a big thank you to Dominic for doing all the camera work for this series of Shy Yeti on location. Thank you, Dominic.
Pleasure.
It was very good. You're very, very good.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, hello. Hello! I hope you enjoyed that show. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of Topanga Canyon and all the silliness and Yeti dancing and poetry and everything else that I did for you. And, well, it's time to go home now. There's more to come soon, so keep watching. It's been fun. See you again soon. She finds peace of mind in a tea bag when it's bobbing about in the cup. She'll have 3 mugs set out on the table so she can alternate which one to sup. I hope you liked the story. I only wrote it today, so there might be some mistakes. Okay, sorry. Mama Yeti explained how the humans had spent a lot of time in this area making things. She explained about music, which she told them was a little like growling. Hello, are you a Yeti? Oh, please be nice, I'm a Yeti, growl. Growl. This is a very new poem called Invite a Yeti Round for Tea. Invite a Yeti round for tea, blah 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 blah. As they blunder around your kitchen, 8 foot tall and rather burly, you'll not keep the carton.
Tell me to stop.
Yeah. A decent cleaner costs a lot. You'll need a heavy duty sweeper. Yeti eat you out of house and home. They really Invite a Yeti round for tea. You do so at your peril. They can be undignified. A decent cleaner costs pedal. Now it's time for a Yeti dance.